And it's time for nobody's favorite segment. And it is called the Sicko segment. So Triple H's thoughts responded to Wrestling Mark here, who says, have WWE's optics and general perception ever been this low? And this Wrestling Mark 16, like, was on his other account, I guess. He has this other account. I forget what it's called, but he, like, couldn't help himself. He has me blocked, right? But he couldn't help himself. He saw something because he probably just stalks my shit. So I was in his other algorithm on his other Twitter. And so he's using like his other Twitter that's not wrestling based to like come at me about wrestling, about AEWs. And it was pretty cute. But I don't know if the optics have been lower on WWE, probably like before your time, you dumbass, you know, like the steroid trial and like that. I bet the optics were way lower. Maybe when Vince was pooping on people, allegedly, right? I think maybe optics were a bit lower. But anyways, you gotta love receipts. So here's this AEW Cero Miedo goofball, and who wrestlers have openly been like, you're an idiot. But he's like, bro, respectfully, you're fat, so I don't even care for your opinion. Chubba chub chub chub. That's kind of funny. Sorry. I'm immature. What can I say? Hey, man, the Goonies, the truffle shop. That's funny, bro. Come on. You're chatting a whole load of nonsense, McTubby. It's just such like, if you get angry at that dude saying that to you, come on, that's just funny. You got to laugh at that. And then Ace Humphreys like, Charlotte Flair looks terrible. Why did she need to have surgery? And then both these goobers are like, Ace Humphreys like, why people would body shame a wrestler like Cora Jade who's worked hard and came back from injury is insane. And then this guy here, both of them, these two chuckle together. Downright disgusting, bro. I'm glad she's spoken out about it, but hey, the WWE fans are already defending it as per usual. And then they wonder why there's so much tribalism in wrestling. How can you defend body shaming? How? Especially when it's come from the source itself. So I called out the Ace Humphreys guy as well for some other, like him body shaming or whatever, making fun of Charlotte's looks, and then another instance of this, and then he just blocked me right away. It is what it is. I don't care. I'm happy that the dude's blocked me, you know? Sickos like this is the type of, like, they're just saying anything. So once you identify that, so I bring it to the show. Right? Like this guy's feigning outrage. This is absolutely disgusting. No one should be body shaming anyone, especially not your bosses and co-workers. Absolutely disgusting work from the WWE. Whoever is behind it should be ashamed of themselves. I wonder how many other people are going through this that are too. So when people show you, like, they're just say whatever, you know, you just mute or block or whatever. That's the way to go about it. So Fluteless Aggression had this to say. Fluteless Aggression. I mean, pretty cool. Pretty cool name. Pretty sweet guy. Let's just But they had this dumb to say here. So WWE pulled Jeff Cobb early, forcing New Japan to change the title match for Duntaku, and still haven't used him. And they saved him for Backlash. This was 6 days ago. It's like, yeah, they saved him for Backlash, bro. And I wrote, he's on vacation taking a minute before he dives back into the most work of his life. Jesus, let the man live. Great name, bad take. So Pro Wrestle Counselor posts this. He says, why do all these AEW freakazoid weirdos sound like their balls haven't dropped? And this is Righteous Reg. So you guys know Righteous Reg. He's on one of these pods or whatever. And he's like saying this under his breath. Like, listen to how he won't fucking even say this out loud.
25 greatest moments in wrestling history.
25 greatest moments in wrestling history. Psst. Hey guys. Psst. Greatest moments in wrestling history. No AEW. Fuck this, man. Fuck this. Dude won't even say it with his whole chest.
25 greatest moments in wrestling history. My ass. This is World Wrestling Entertainment, you fuckers. 25
This
greatest.
is World Wrestling Entertainment. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. You fuckers. Hey. Moving along. So CM Punk Instagrams out, stop touching strangers in public. You fucking sickos. Not that he should have to say that. So here is Matt Hardy, and he tweets out, just learned someone called the Carolina Cockroach from TikTok posted these videos of Jeff and I, and some person just like followed them around the airport. Right? With the song, oh, nothing wrong with me. And it's like, it seems like there's definitely something wrong with you, you know? So they just, and then here, Jeff being, I don't know who this gentleman is either, but Jeff being nice to him, But it seems like this guy's just marking out like, oh, you remember TLC and shit? Oh, I'm such a big fan. Like walking alongside him, and this dude's just like stalking them from behind. Like, go ask for a picture, you fucking weirdo. And then this dude here, like showing Jeff Hardy something on his phone. And Jeff's probably just like, fuck, man, I just want to go. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong, actually. It looks like their bags are matching. So maybe, yeah. So, like, I don't know. I don't want to stalk them out. We're just here stalking out their lives, too. But even Matt's like, oh, hey, what's up, guy? And he's just like filming him. Like, doesn't go, hey, dude. And how does he keep like getting ahead of him? Like, why is he just watching him? Maybe the person genuinely, like, maybe they're have like a problem. Oh god, I'm so not politically correct. You know, maybe there's something fucking wrong with these guys. Oh, you know, maybe there's they have like what's the word? I don't want to say handicap, but you guys know what I'm saying? Like maybe this is a person who has like autism or so. I don't want to just throw like autism, right? People just throw that around these days, but maybe it's something like that too, where they just don't have good like social whatever the fuck. And this is what, you know, I'm not going to rule that out either before we know, but definitely creepy and weird. So AEW Defender responds to Javon Evans versus Ricochet and goes, well, I'll officially never like this guy. You see where those dumbass copy and paste insults get you? Recycled jokes is all the bitches around here got. Recycled jokes. You don't have any jokes, Defender. Here's the thing. Javon would slap the piss out of this guy. Why are you calling him a bitch? You're that booty hole hurt over Ricochet. And these are the sick freaks who go, oh, you fucking fed sucker, bootlicker. Look how booty hole hurt you are over Ricochet getting dissed by another wrestler. And Ricochet was egging him on like to get a back and forth going. And you're that much of a mark. You're like, recycled jokes is all the bitches. You're calling wrestlers bitches now. This is what I mean. I will make fun. I will keep it 100% real. I will do impressions and I will shoot straight with you guys on match quality, promo quality, whatever. I don't go and call wrestlers bitches and pussies and stuff, man. It's so cringe. Around here and it's really, really old. What copy and paste? He called him a crackhead. I've never heard someone call Tony a crack. They call him a fucking cokehead all the time. Okay, where's the copy and paste jokes? In front of 2,000 people, that's being generous, man. It's like more like 1,200. And yeah, I just quote tweeted this and I was like, Javon would slap the shit out of Defender. And these sickos have 65 IQs and have never actually dealt with the repercussions calling other men bitches to their faces. It's pretty crazy. Anyways, Elena Black says, hit me up on Elena Black at Yahoo. And then people start DMing her or like emailing her. And she goes, didn't think I had to clarify, but this is for bookings and inquiries only, you weird ass insensitive fucks. So what are people sending her, like dick pics and shit? You sickos. You sickos. What? So Ross Sapp puts this somewhere. Is this in a Discord that you got to pay to be in or whatever behind the paywall, Fightful Select? But woof. Ricochet really trolled a guy into getting media class for the whole PC. So after the Javon Evans Ricochet fight, you know, the dirt sheets come out and say, oh, per Fightful and SRS, there's media training, right? So he flat out told people this somewhere. He messaged, oh, Ricochet really trolled a guy into getting media class for all of the PC. Well, here's the thing. All of the PC already gets media class. What the fuck does that, bro? They already get that. They already get media training. They already get training on how to act and cut promos and do everything. How to work a camera and shit. So what are we talking about here? Media class. Such a vague fucking thing. But anyways, Sapp puts this out more publicly. Ross Sapp of Fightful, right? So this is more public thing. He goes, to make it clear, I never reported that WWE is undergoing media training as a result of yesterday's tweets. So he wants to play this game where you didn't report shit, but then you just said it to people as if it was factual in a fucking private thing where they pay you to be there, or where is that? That's pretty crazy. I'll probably get psychotic DMs of it. No, I'm not trying to drum up shit, but what do we got to fucking Are we playing semantics? I'm just a gossiper who sells dick pills. Nixon Newell had this to say about WWE releases. She goes, imagine thinking you got a sick clap back for a tweet by saying it's just business. Or this is towards the wackos and sickos. You know, we covered it on the show. She's like, imagine being fired from this company or whatever. That's ruthless what they did. So Nixon Newell Tegan Knox says, imagine thinking you've got a sick clap back for a tweet by saying it's just business. Sure, if you're trying to kill it. Far too many crazy, talented people let go, but I digress. I'm enjoy watching these superstars kill it wherever they end up. Yeah, a lot of people do that whole like, well, it's just business thing. It's the most successful tour of all time, music tour of all time. How do you measure that? Well, because they sold the most tickets and it drew the most and da-da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? There's ways to measure these things. So I just boil it down to that. I don't give a fuck if billionaires get richer. And I understand it's just business, you know? And I'm not equating, you know, this could be a false equivalency here, but it's like there's kids in sweatshops making Nikes. We all wear Nikes and, oh, it's just business. It's harsh. It's the harsh realities of the world. And I know that's like a very big extreme, but people getting fired, that's the reality of the world, right? And I do understand that aspect of it, you know? But there's some people who just are like, well, it's the bottom line. And it's like, well, okay. Also shit. That's why some of these wackos, they get mad when I've been criticizing WWE lately, some of it. It's like, it can't be all good all the time, even though they're sellouts. I'm allowed to like artistically break down why the fuck the women's tag division's getting fucked up or why this I feel wasn't, but you know, I'm allowed to do that too. It's not just all good all the time. And even if business is good, that doesn't excuse if I want to make like an artistic critique about something. You know what I mean? You guys get where I'm coming from. But anyways, Pro Wrestling Counselor says, so Took Timbo is one of your freakazoids. So let's see this. I don't even know what this is. Typical behavior from the WWE MAGA fan base. Oh, yeah, I do know what this is. Took Timbo, you know, calling WWE MAGA, the MAGA company, the MAGA fan base. Here's Took. He's a MAGA guy. Oh, really? A younger Trump standing? And this isn't like an L. Oh, you're a MAGA guy? I don't give a fuck. That's not what the L. The L is the hypocrisy. So he's a Trump guy. He's like, oh, really? A younger Trump standing next to an older Epstein? Don't start defending Epstein, people now. Donald Trump is 12 years older than Epstein. Trump only needs 3 more. Trump is destroying her. So he's a Trump guy, but now, so again, Took Timbo, everyone now go on your Twitters and block him, right? Look, he's full in co-parter. He wants Trump to beat Kamala, right? And I'm not a Trump supporter, but okay. So that's what he said to somebody who called him out. And he even just bold-faced lied. So people like that, you block them. That's eliminated now. You're not allowed to have an opinion. You're not allowed to be involved in any conversations. You're no longer taken serious. You're a fucking clown, period. Boom, right there. So that's why we do this, right? With some of these acts, we're like, there you go. You give them the axe, right? It's like nothing you ever say again. And why is it the most prominent of the sicko accounts are like this? Now, some people might say, well, Phil, there's wacko accounts that do the same shit. Okay, and I'll call them out. We fucking do it here too. I call them the wackos. I don't think that's stuck yet, but one day everyone will start doing that too. Trust me. So Tony Khan's All-Star booking gives AEW Dynamite a boost in the numbers. And yeah, the All-Star 8-man tag actually lost 100,000 viewers or whatever. So people pointed out how that's just like a shill article. The Titan J, we've covered him on the show. Here's him. We have him actually wrestling. Are you guys ready? We have this dude actually fucking wrestling. Okay, we got to check out this clip. Look how fucking bad he is. So for those of you unaware, this guy, you know, he photoshops himself in pictures in front of the PC. He says he knows these wrestlers. He photoshopped himself on planes and shit, saying he faked a contract and faked emails from them. And then he went on a racial tirade saying the N-word and stuff like this. And people were like trying to cancel him and shit. He faked his death, right? And took a picture of himself laying on the ground like he was pretend OD'd and then pretended to be his grandma. Like, oh, you guys don't even care. But everyone knew he was just faking. It's so funny. And so here he is actually wrestling. This is what it looks like. And it's funny that someone booked him. I don't know. That That shit's funny, man. Shout out Titan J. You should come on the show. So, yeah, we covered this. AJ Styles was hacked by a crypto bro who says, like, effing N-word. Starts talking about oh man, I'm not even saying any of that. Tweeting at Kanye West, who's lost his fucking mind. So I tweeted this out. I screen grabbed these and said, Rob Viper needs a therapist and a juice box. So Rob Viper says, that Javon Evans tweet was extremely sad to read. Maybe he needs a talk from some loved ones. I can't even chalk it up to a young, dumb kid who has no concept of insulting the only man in the industry who will give you negotiating power over the course of your career. The real sad part is the cult mentality of WWE. He truly believes he's going to work there the rest of his life, mere days after similar folks who were told we are family, found out it wasn't true. This is how a cult operates. It's just projection. This is how a cult operates, dude. That's full-blown projection. What you're doing is how a cult operates. Defending your fucking leader. Maybe it's time to investigate the Orlando facility. This is literally so stupid. This isn't even one of these NIL recruits who don't know any better. This kid worked AEW. He got paid money at a time he likely really needed money. Yeah, you're a piece of shit, Rob Viper. By the same person he is now calling names. It's gross, indoctrinated behavior that needs to be investigated. What a goofball this guy is. What a full-blown redact, man. And it's full-blown protection, I keep saying. Projection. It's projection. And I've covered it ad nauseum on this show. It's what they do, man. It seems he deleted the tweet, but that shit is out there forever. Don't they have a class there that teaches you about this stuff? I'm sure he'll get a pat on the back from Uncle Sean tomorrow and feel good about himself. A normal place of work would react quite differently. Insane cope. So more SRS. He requests for Fightful to be banned as a source on this subreddit, the squared circle sub or whatever it is. And Sean Ross Sapp says, I was reminded why I got off Reddit today. One of their users took a comment from a Discord not intended for aggregation. Do not aggregate. That nobody in that Discord took seriously. Bro, it doesn't matter. Holy fuck, man. Oh my God, Sean, that doesn't matter. Nobody took it seriously. So you're a mind reader? Why did it get leaked out and people ran with it then? Because someone took it seriously, Sean. So you threw it in there as a joke? So you were lying then. So you just lied to your Discord people like Elboo to try and get them to pay you to come leak them stuff, but none of them took that seriously. But it's just such like bullshit, man, all the time. Just be upfront about it. Then when I clarified, a bunch of people in there got mad. Their THERE got mad and right, he wrote THEIR, got big mad and acted like I'm not allowed to joke or be sarcastic with my own friends in my own Discord. So now you're a jokester. So Sean, when I say what I'm doing is jokes and you get big mad, now it's crazy, bro. Now you're SNL trying to be SNL, right? I swear that stuck with him. I told him that in a comment once under one of my videos. Sean was freaking out. And I was like, bro, you're CNN. That's how people perceive you. I'm SNL. That's the difference, right? Coupled with the fact that people last year, they were doing weird things, like claiming I was lying about missing the Royal Rumble. I was spending my grandmother's last birthday with her. I would much prefer if the platform just outright banned Fightful stories and news, since so many people there seem to hate me or claim we're not reliable. Yeah, well, I'll agree with Sean on one thing, and I'll give him this. Reddit is red-tarded, man. Let's be honest, dude. Reddit is, ugh. Yeah, so this was Ace Humphreys. We covered that, right? He blocked me. Never fails. He was body shaming. So John Alba gets into it a bit with Raj Giri, sorry. So Raj Giri's like, I've really felt the past year that TNA is a few top stars and a good TV deal away from making a serious bid to becoming the number 2 company in the US. And then Alba's like this pompous fuck. He's like, I think TNA is on the right path to and doing a lot of things that will help it grow. The partnership with WWE has been beneficial. It's also nowhere close to the size of AEW by virtually any metric, and no media rights deal is going to come anywhere close to what AEW pulls. And then Alba says, not to mention a lot of the TNA roster isn't even on a full-time livable wage deal. A lot are per appearance or have date allocation. And I quote tweeted that and I said, same with AEW. So a lot of them are just per appearance and don't make livable and are per date allocation and stuff. But Raj Giri says it definitely isn't, but AEW wasn't close to WWE in any metric in 2020, yet they were knocking on their door in 2021. Whatever happened to the AEW Fox deal? Let's say hypothetically TNA gets a deal on FX and WWE wants to help them grow to combat AEW, so they send Punk on a 3-month run. Does it start beating Collision on cable? He wrote Collins. It's very likely. Do I see any of this happening? No. Is it impossible? Whatever. So they're going back and forth. Alba's just a fucking sicko. He's just trying to work himself into a job. So this guy here, Kefas, says, I wanted to apologize to everyone that I offended in the IWC that has also wished violence on me about my comments on the WWE releases over the last couple of days. I'm sorry that I didn't speak out sooner against some of these jobbers. Jesus. WWE will be a better place without most of them because we won't be forced to sit through 15-minute matches pretending we were entertained by them. And for those mentally ill IWC wokeists that have been giving me violent threats, man, what are you going to beat me with? Your dildos? Just don't call out the fildos, dude. You don't want them on your ass. Pause. So here's Righteous Reg again. I mean, it might be that. I mean, like...
Just made the list!
We'll keep an eye. But Righteous Reg has this to say about Backlash. And this was 6 hours, I think, before it went down. And it just backfired after that ending for sure.
Yeah, I've been trying to think while you were talking if I've been less interested in the WWE main event in the last 5 years, and probably not. Randy Orton and fucking John Cena for the WWE champion. You guys, WWE fans should be rioting. They should be outside of WWE headquarters with pitchforks and fire. What the?
It's the last time you'll ever see it. If you said it's the last time Ospreay and Kenny Omega will ever get to wrestle, you would be marking out and like, but it's the last time ever, right? Like these guys have no value in the fact that there's only a wrestling business because of John Cena and Randy Orton in the 2010s and a little bit before that.
The fuck? It's 2025, you guys. This is a Raw main event at best.
A Raw main event
Horrible.
at best. The last time these people are ever linking up, Cena and Orton. The last time those dudes are ever wrestling again, ever. And he's saying it's a Raw main event at best. These are the bad faith grifters on Fightful.com saying this bullshit. This is bad faith grifting, okay?
I can't believe they're subjecting you guys to watching this. You should be offended. Nobody's mad about this. People are like, that's great. This is great. John Cena.
I can't believe they're subjecting you guys. See, here's the problem. Fightful.com, a show called Grapsity. No, if this guy is sitting here going, you guys, they're subjecting you guys like it's us versus them, call this the AEW show. And then just have people who like AEW and shit on WWE. But instead, they play this like we're Grapsity and we're, you know, it's like The Observer. We're all just analyzing it neutrally. Like you're fucking not.
And then one of the worst matches I've seen in history.
People say Fightful isn't reliable. Gee, I wonder why, Sean.
Just a few weeks ago against Cody Rhodes, and they're going to put him against the second slowest guy in the fucking company. This is going to be dog shit awful. Dog shit.
I will
shit.
I will say devil's advocate here. Orton did beat a champion at WrestleMania. So he technically earned a title shot against another champion.
I just don't think these are those are wrestling fans. Motherfuckers, those are the type of motherfuckers that'll be like, you're not a wrestling fan if you don't watch other. And it's like, you're not a wrestling fan, dude. If you can't appreciate Cena and Orton for the last time ever. Whew. So here's a conspiracy theory. We'll hit a little X-Files here. Well, let's see where we're at here. Yeah, we're almost done Sickos, then I'll check in with chat. Let's hit a X-Files for this gentleman who has a conspiracy theory about WWE.
Why does AEW get so much hate? Every time they trend, it's never about the show. It's always people dogging the product, calling it a failure,
The show is the product.
constantly saying it's falling off. But here's the thing, WWE wasn't always perfect either.
It's not about always being perfect. It's about it falling off.
Go back and watch some of those early 2010s Raws. Dead crowds, bad storylines,
We know. We begged for it to go away, and then it went away.
hit or miss matches. Yet people gave WWE the grace to evolve. So what?
Yes. When they evolved finally. So when Tony Khan evolves, we will give him the grace to evolve. He's not evolving. He's doing old WWE shit with old WWE wrestlers.
Why doesn't AEW get the same? They've even made really good changes lately. Smaller venues, signing actual...
Not consistent, smaller venues. It's not consistent. This guy says signing actual stars. They've always signed stars, quote unquote. Since day one when Moxley showed up and Jericho showed up, they've always signed perceived stars, and then they fucked them up and fumbled them, and they haven't created one since. Signing stars isn't the answer.
Stars, and now finally better storytelling.
How? In what way is the storytelling better? That's a fallacy. Tony Khan's been cooked. No, nope. There's not one story. Maybe MJF hurt business, but that also just feels so random to me every time I see them as well. It just feels so random.
You can literally see the effort. Some fans even say Vince McMahon's behind the scenes running the show, yet the hate just keeps coming. So here's my question.
Vince is behind the scenes running AEW? Yeah, pal. Get Tony Khan on the phone. Okay, Vince, we can't let anybody know about this. Well, just don't text me, pal. Are we taking my plane or yours?
What's the real issue y'all have with AEW? Is it the
Does your plane have a diva in it? No, but Dave Meltzer's there.
roster, the vibe, Tony Khan? Let's actually talk about it, because honestly, the constant hate starting to feel more like an agenda instead of critique.
An agenda? I don't think it's an agenda, bro. So Ace Humphrey says, this behavior with WWE is ridiculous, and especially when AEW All In is on the same date, because WWE is potentially looking at the weekend of July 12th to host Evolution 2 in Atlanta on the same day as All In Texas. And WrestleGraph says, how dare WWE do an all-women show and ruin the made-up narrative about women in WWE? And that, ladies and gentlemen, was our Sicko segment. I thought that one was good right there, right? I've been curating it way better.